What a deck!
Hello and welcome to What a Deck, the only Yu-Gi-Oh show for the space age. I'm your host Hardleg Joe, and today we're playing Galaxy Eyes Stun, a deck that, like any good martial arts master, seeks to paralyze the opponent, leaving them helpless for the finishing blow. It's pretty neat. If you just want a deck profile, there's a link down in the description to a separate, shorter video. There I'll go over everything in here, explain my ratios, explain why I'm not playing a bunch of 2-ofs like every other Galaxy Eyes list on YouTube. Otherwise, in this video, it's 10 duels against random opponents on YGOPro. I'll be testing this out, showing you how it works, and hopefully, we'll have a little fun. Alright, here we are, first duel versus Hatto91, and I'm going to take this hat off because it is way too hot. It's currently August, but I had to at least get it in there for the theme. This is a space theme deck. We're going space theme. That's why the name is Yuri Gagarin. First man in space. Russian man. If you're confused about the hat, that's the explanation. Unfortunately, if you're confused about this hand, so am I, buddy. Actually, no, this works alright. So, ideally with this deck, you want to go first and set up 3 disruptions. At the moment, we don't have 3 disruptions. We have 2, which is not it's not as good, but it's not as bad either. Oh wait, no, actually this is 3 disruptions. It's just going to cost me my entire board to make. But yeah, you can make this level 8. This says if you control a level 5 or higher Galaxy or Photon, you could summon one from the deck in defense position. And that's going to allow us to make Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. Ooh, ah. Look at this guy. He's the best around. So this thing has 2 neat effects. First, during the opponent's turn, you can just search a card. Just search a Galaxy or Photon card. Any card. It's pretty neat. I think I'm going to go for Orbital, because it has the most use. It can be used for it can be normal summoned, it can be attached to stuff for things. It's very nice. And then the other one is this can negate a monster effect by detaching. And you saw briefly when it says you could either search or you can equip it to it. So it technically has infinite negates. And it looks like we're playing some kind of rock monster. Beta the Magnet Warrior. When you normal summon a rock, you can special summon this from your hand. Alright. I'm curious to see where this goes. I could stop it, but I've generally kind of learned with this deck, because you're kind of fragile, you want to keep... Oh, there we go. That's what they're looking for. Yeah, let's let him get that on there. This is all rocks with adamanticators. Go ahead, summon your thing. Want to use the effect? Smile. They've got to know I have some kind of negate. I think they're trying to bait things out. If someone let me do this, I would just be like, go ahead. Look at the top 5. See what we got. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use the Tachyon Transmigration. This negates and then shuffles back into the deck. So not only do they not get to look at stuff, they've lost their tuner. So if they were thinking of synchro summoning, they now cannot. Very interesting. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to activate this on this. I'll put it in there. And then we can detach to get ourselves... What do we want? Oh, just another Galaxy Wizard. Yeah, Galaxy Wizard coming in clutch this time. So we'll normal summon that. We'll go ahead and activate the effect again, increase the level by 4. Since it's level 8, we can activate this to get another level 8 from the deck. And we're going to go for our one of Afterglow Dragon. And then I believe this doesn't have to have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon attached to it, does it? Okay, yeah. So we'll get Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon. This is, you stun. You stop them from doing stuff, and then you make this thing. This thing, during damage calculation, can detach. We make it to increase the attack of this monster times the ranks of all the monsters on the field times 2. So it goes up to 7,200. And if this is detached in the battle phase, it doubles the attack of all number monsters and summons a Photon Dragon from the deck. So this goes to 14,000. Why did they take half damage? Did I do something? Fuck. Here I was trying to do all sorts of shit, and somehow I fucked up. I don't know what I did. They took less oh, it's because I don't have Photon Dragon attached. Okay. Okay, yeah, I forgot. This inflicts half damage unless you have this attached. Normally you do, but in this case, we do not. A sad state of affairs. So yeah, normally that would be an OTK, and I kind of messed it up on the first duel, which is embarrassing, but I try to go for, realism in this show. You're getting what the duels are actually like. Sometimes I mess up. Sometimes my opponents have decks that are absolutely infuriating. Sometimes they wait forever and then they just die. They just do stuff. Oh, okay. No. This, during the damage step, can banish itself and the monster it's attacking for the turn. And then it comes back, which is really good because if you banish a Ixie monster, it removes all the materials. Yeah, and I think, just in case, 14,000 is good. But we're going to go ahead and put this on top. Just to give us a little bit more extra stuff we can do. And we'll hold on to this because there's not really... We could build some stuff. This summons 2 tokens, which allows us to make some link plays. But there's not really any point to doing that at the moment. Other than just getting another monster on board. At this point, though, if they ride Geki or something, we're in pretty big trouble, I'll tell you what. So let's go ahead and search. I'm going to go for the Galaxy Knight this time. Add that to hand. That'll be useful in this one. Yeah, there's a lot of effect text on these, so sometimes I forget, as you saw. Hopefully, stuff like that doesn't happen again. And it's fine, they surrendered, we're good, because they had 3 cards, and we still had a negate, a monster pop, a board wipe, and recovery for days. This just by itself represents, what was it? If you control a Galaxy or Photon, you can normal summon this, without tributing, and then summon a Photon Dragon out of the graveyard. So even if they wiped our field, we could summon 2 Photon tokens, now we control those, summon this, get this back, and there's another rank 8. This deck is all about making the big rank 8 monsters, for the most part, and some other stuff. You'll see as we go into the second duel. Alright, duel number 2 versus Ramu. We get to go first again, which again is what we want to do. It's what we live for. Let's go ahead, we're gonna Galaxy Soldier. Discard a light monster, special summon it, then search another Galaxy monster. Pretty neat. Interesting. What do they got? Gamma? They trying to gamma me, son? Trying to do the Gamma Slamma? Wandering Griffin Rider. Quick effect, you can special summon this from your hand. When a card or effect is activated while you control a Brave token, shuffle this into the deck. And I didn't get to see it. What do we want to do? I think I can't get my Photon stuff. I can't normal summon. I can't do the other thing. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the only thing we can really do... This is a nice extender when you've got any other, level 8, or even, the tokens or whatever, but unfortunately in this one, there's not much... Oh, wait. Let me read this again. you control no token monsters, you can special summon this. When a card affects while you control a token, you can shuffle this card and negate the activation. Okay, but they don't control a token. So I can't do the thing. Let me read this again. Target a galaxy or photon in the graveyard. I was really hoping to show this off. And this is like the one time it has screwed me over so very much. Okay. Going to get rid of that. And this can only absorb stuff in attack mode, right? Once per turn, target an attack position monster on the field. That is unfortunate. And I could use that, but it gets one back. So the question is, do I want the... Yeah, I think I have to. I think this is just all around the better one, but this is one of the few hands... The few hands where I'm forced to make this, which means Tachyon Transmigration is not online, because I don't have a Galaxy Eyes monster. I have a Cyber Dragon monster. Oof. Yep. Fortunately, this can't get over stuff. The question is, can he summon a token? I need to stop him from getting a token. Any kind of token. A brave token, it seems. I'm unfamiliar with this archetype too, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing with it. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that and hope you can't get to a token. Let's try that, shall we? They went for 6, so we had to do it. Equipped to a monster you control. While it's equipped, you can target one monster your opponent controls, return it to a hand. Oh, it has to be equipped to a non-effect monster. If it's sent to the graveyard, okay. Equipped to a monster you control. Lose 500 attack for every monster with different names that lists Brave token in its text. So they did not have a way to summon the token. Good. Now what else could I get? Not so good. You have to play like 3 of these. I didn't want to play 3 of these, but you kinda have to. And, yup. Fuck. 2800 defense. Can't absorb it. Fortunately, what I can do is if they... Pot of Prosperity 2. Yeah, go ahead. Just get rid of your whole extra deck. I don't want it. Just get it out of here. Yeah, we're just gonna stop that. No, you're not allowed to get a token. Get out of here. Now he can run me over, though. But now it's an attack position. So if I can summon just about anything, most of the cards in my deck have 2,000 or more attack. So I should be good. Yes! Reinforcements of the army. Wait, this doesn't help me in this case, actually. So if a photon, you can special summon it, and if it gains another 1,000, if there's another photon on the field. So yeah, I think I'm going to get Vanisher's like the better card, but you can only special summon it if you control a photon or a galaxy. This is why this deck is like all first turn, and then if you can't build anything first turn, it's hard to build back. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. It's the better card. If we can get literally anything else. Not literally anything else. Actually, now that I think about it, it has to be like Galaxy Wizard, or at this point, now getting Photon Advancer would help. Photon Orbital would help. I don't think anything else. Just go into defense again. Okay. Cannot attack unless you control a Brave token. Once per turn, if you control Brave token, you could I hate... Oh... You know, I tested this for brickiness to see if I would ever brick, and, You know, I don't brick very often in this deck. But you do get these cases where it's like you can only make one negate, and yeah, this is just one of the things. And now he's got a token. So I probably just lose, unfortunately. And I'm trying to think if this could be anything else, because there are a lot of people who will put in different stuff. There's a lot of suggestions for this build. But I think if I didn't have the Guardian of Order, it would be a, what's it called? It would be an Effect Veiler. Like, there would be hand traps in this place. Which would stop stuff, but not as much as I would, it still wouldn't get me out of this situation, you know? If I had opened with 2 Effect Veilers or 2 Ash Blossoms, and then everything else that I opened with, I would be just as screwed. Actually, now that I'm thinking what I probably should have done, I assumed he had a way to get to the token. I probably should have used this and gotten a 3rd Galaxy Soldier. It would have been in defense position with 0 defense, but then, like, if all he had was this, he'd have to move it into attack position and attack over it. I just didn't think that that was all he had, unfortunately. So, yeah, my own deck building comes back to bite me. Brave token wins despite not being all that brave, apparently. Hopefully that won't happen again as we go into the 3rd duel. Alright, duel number 3, and we're going first again. Paper Strat, very powerful. Very indeed. Okay, so I think we're going to start off strong with a Pot of Desires. That should bait any Ash Blossoms, and if we get something specific, we did not. So we've got the 2 normal summons, and we can only use one of them. I think what we're going to do... yeah, okay, so we're going to activate this. That's going to get us 2 tokens. 2 dang old tokens. And we're going to make, oh wait, no, not yet. Okay, normal summon this. Activate this. There we go. And you can equip this and then send it to the graveyard to search something. And we're going to get our Afterglow Dragon. And then what we're going to do is make our Soul Flare Dragon using these 2. And the reason we did that first is because when this is summoned, you can recur a resource from the graveyard, a Galaxy or a Photon. And they're going to waste it on that. Not a great move. I would have liked to get that back, but that wasn't key. So if we control a Galaxy Eyes monster, we can special summon this from our hand in defense mode. And then as you saw previously, this can increase its level by 4. So there we go to level 8, and that makes the Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. Howdy, nice to meet you. We'll set this, and then in the end phase, or not the end phase, but as soon as their turn starts, we're going to go ahead and grab a, what's it called? Galaxy Soldier. Add the card to our hand. Probably be good regardless. But this represents 3 disruptions, because this can discard a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to destroy a monster on the field. This can negate, and this can make my opponent tribute a monster. Dystopia the Despondent. Well, yeah, I'm going to negate that, you know. This card you could take... Yeah. We'll detach that. We might be able to recover it. Just like negate your effect and destroy you. And that lets me get a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from the deck. Yo, what up? More stuff on the field. Malicious rhymes with delicious. Coincidence? Probably. I don't know what the fuck that is. Something new? Something blue? If this card is normal or special, you could take a Destiny hero that's banished or in your deck or in your graveyard, place it on top of your deck. If you have a Destiny hero other than Denier, you could special... Okay. That's fine. We're basically just saving this for the next... whatever link or fusion or whatever. Yeah, we're going to... special summon it. So yeah, we're going to get rid of... and then you can tribute... yeah, so we're going to use this, discard the Photon Dragon, and get this. If you're curious, this effect actually says you can discard a Galaxy and a Photon card, or Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which counts as both. So that's why I had the option to choose other stuff if I wanted to. Okay, you're going for Malicious. Still haven't normal summoned, which is worrying. I've got one more disruption left. I've got to save it for something big. Wait for them to make something. I don't think there's any... he's... can only summon Dark Heroes. So yeah, I don't have to worry about like something that's going to wipe my board or something that's going to have a huge... something that's going to be like unstoppable. I don't know all the heroes because who knows all the heroes? There's like a million of them. But I think we're good. Okay, the reason we searched this was so that hopefully we could discard this if we didn't end up using that. But we did! So let's normal summon without tribute. Hello. Summon the Photon Dragon back. Hey, that's pretty neat. And then we're just going to go ahead. They don't have anything in attack mode, so we can't get the other stuff. But what we can do is, I'm going to make this. Then we're going to go into full armor Photon Dragon, which you could stack on top of a Galaxy Eyes. And his effect is to detach and blow up a face-up card. And then we're going to go into Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon, which can be stacked on top of any Galaxy Eyes. And its effect is to detach to blow up a card. It doesn't have to be face-up. So even if we don't get our big, like, 8,000 attacker, you know, as I said in the intro, you stun the opponent out by disrupting them 2 or 3 times, and then you're pretty much guaranteed to be able to build something big like this, where it's just 3, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't even have to activate Pot of Desires, but I could have, and that would have been some more stuff. So hopefully you're kind of getting how this deck works, how stun decks work in general. It's the stun and then the finishing blow. Cha-cha-cha. This is my keeping track of the score thing, by the way. If you're wondering why I have this weird thing in my hand, I gotta mark down a win. That way at the end I remember how many I won. Writing is key. On to the next duel. Alright, duel number 4 versus the Agent of Bricking. And Paper Strat still working out for us. Dang old Paper Strat. Just straddling the paper left and right. Okay, this is a great hand. How great is it? Pretty great, mate. Let's go ahead. We're going to activate this on this. We're going to make the... oh, there's the Ash Blossom. Gotcha. Okay, that's going to keep us off of... I was hoping to get the Photon Orbital, and that would be cool. Instead, we're going to... yep, just increase the level by 4. Galaxy Expedition. Well, we could, when this is summoned, you can add a Galaxy, but then I have no other level 8 because I already used my normal summon. Yeah, I think we're just going to get the last Photon Dragon out of our deck. Unfortunate. I really would have liked to... we could have ended on... well, it actually wouldn't have been this. It would have been the Link and the, whatchamacallit, Cyber Dragon Infinity. But this is not bad. We'll go ahead. During our turn, let's go ahead and get the... wait, we don't want to end up in the same... let's get the Galaxy Soldier. We got these in our hand. Unless they can discard our whole hand, that represents a Cyber Dragon next turn. We still got the one negate. Yeah. Stop the normal summon? You got it, buddy. Balls. I assume if you stop the Searcher, they can't do anything. Special summon an agent from your hand or graveyard. Oh no. There they got, yeah, I wasn't aware of what the new agents can do. But I assume whatever it was, if letting them search it was bad. It is really interesting when I haven't played one of these, like, go first negate decks in a while. But generally, depending on what you're playing, there's two ways you want to go with negates. You either want to negate the first thing they do to stop them from getting any steam in the first place, or you want to let them go through their plays and just negate the final thing before they summon, right? Like, there's a lot of decks that'll waste a lot of resources and get a lot of stuff out of their hand trying to do plays, and then if you stop them right before they can Synchro or Ixie or Fusion or summon their big thing, then they lose. Other ones, it's like, no, if you start letting them get resources, they're going to recur them. And so, I haven't read any of the new agent stuff, but I know old agents were very much like a, you know, they have to get to Hyperion, they have to get Sanctuary in the sky on the field. So I thought I could stop them from getting to that point in the first place. I completely forgot about Venus. I also didn't know they had something that just let them special summon from the deck. That's one of the risks that you play when you, or one of the risks that you enter when you're playing online against, like, random decks. When you go to a tournament or whatever, and you know there's meta, you kind of, it's kind of understood that there's going to be a certain number of there's certain decks that you're going to encounter. You can prepare against them. Online, not so much. Although, even in tournaments, what I hear, I've never actually been to a big tournament or anything. But, I've heard that one of the big problems for the meta players is that in the first round, you fight against a whole lot of, like, rogue decks. The first round, it's before anyone's really won, you're against random opponents, so the chance that you'll be matched up against someone who's playing something like Agents or like a Galaxy Eyes, something you've never seen before or never seen in depth, is very high. And then as the tournament goes on, and those decks tend to get eliminated, you end up running against the same meta contenders that you're always up against. So it's actually good first round to, like, find, like, oh, I'm going up against the tier 1 deck. Good, that's what I prepared for. And that is also interesting. One of the things about deck building for this show as opposed to deck building for a tournament. Because oftentimes I'll have, like, weird ratios or weird tech cards, and it's for that reason a lot of times. It's because, well, I'll play certain hand traps, and people will be like, well, don't you know Ghost Bell is the best one? There's all these graveyard decks running around. You could stop the graveyard. And that's true in a tournament where there's, like, 4 of the top 5 decks have big graveyard components. But here, I ain't doing anything. I don't even know what they're making. Avramax? Just to get rid of this? Alright. Touche. I mean, that will get rid of this. It doesn't end them on any disruption, and this is not a fairy. Granted, I can't target it, so making the Cyber Dragon Infinity will not help me in this case. My ability to talk to fish is of no use here, Wonder Woman. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, there's only, like, one thing I could really do that would get rid of this, and I'm not sure. I can't do it with this hand, I don't think. Let's go ahead, hope they don't got the Ash Blossom. They got a bunch of traps, which is... While Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field. Huh. For some reason I thought this had to be like an agent or a fairy and Sanctuary in the Sky. Okay. Can I find a way... See, if I was more familiar with this deck, I would know exactly what I can search with Galaxy Soldier. But I'm not. So I don't know exactly. I could get Galaxy... Okay, that'll do it, I think. Should be able to do it unless they have another disruption. So I can normal summon this, because I have a Photon, special summon that out. 2 level 8 monsters allow me to make Dark Knight of the Underworld. Hello. Nice to meet you. Battle phase. This can attack directly. 2000. Main phase 2. Because an Ixie monster attacks, we can make our good old friend Zeus. Not something you often make in this deck, but all we have is destruction in big numbers, so if you can't be destroyed or numbered, you're gonna have a bad time. Unfortunately, while this does clear the field, having that goes to the graveyard allows him to send that back to the hand, so it clears our field too. And we don't have very many normal summoned monsters. We're not going to be able to recover, and we're down on card advantage anyway. So yeah, probably screwed. Probably doomed, but, you know, sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. You get that Ash Blossom, you get the surprise deck. We'll go ahead and see. I've got, Trias Hierarchia. Interesting. I don't know a lot of this newer fairy stuff. I know this thing. I didn't think we were gonna get this Booten? I'm gonna make a level 10 Synchro? Banish this card, target. I was going to skip ahead, but I'm interested to see how they sync with this pig. Look at this little pig. He's just a happy little pig man. Banishing an agent from the hand or field, and then summon another one. All these defense position things. Are we? Is this just access code talker? Are we just seeing access code talker again? OTK machine from every deck. Boral Sword? Haven't seen that in a while. Wouldn't be able to OTK unless they can get a 5th monster on the board. Oh! Are they going for the 5th monster? If they can get that, they can make... Interesting. Plague Spreader Zombie 2. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, so if they can go into Boral Sword, they can, like, do stuff. Otherwise, Shen. Alrighty. That's kind of unfortunate, because it banishes stuff. No, it was Dragoon! I forgot about Dragoon. Or maybe they're going for Destroy Phoenix. Yeah, they're going for Phoenix Enforcer. Which is like Dragoon, but with fundamental differences. I honestly think it's worse. It's just worse Dragoon. You know, you would have game if you had Dragoon here. Pretty sure. 28 plus 3,000 plus 500. You would be, when that attacks, he gets to put something back. I mean, he has game anyway, because summoning this is nigh impossible. And even if I did, this can pop something during my turn. I guess you don't have to keep something in your hand for this to work. Red Eyes Dragoon had to discard. But the thing about this is that it's really weak to like any sort of graveyard shenanigans because it dies and comes back. No, he wouldn't have had game even with Dragoon. But Dragoon, just the protection on it. Better to have protection than have, like, recursion. And, yep, unfortunately, Brick Eyes. So we lose this one. But these things happen. I was gonna say it's fine. I guess it's fine. It doesn't really matter. None of this really matters. You know, we're just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just a fun time. Either way, let's go ahead into the 5th duel. Alright then, here we are, duel number 5 versus Pikachu. Paper Strat still straddling the line of acceptability. Holy fuck. This is why a lot of people don't play the counter traps, you know. They're just, they're not that great. I mean, they're really good when you could get them and a monster on board, and most of your combos, they surrendered! It doesn't count! Well, that... Huzzah! Thank you, Pikachu. I appreciate it. Favorite Pokemon now. No, Shroomish still is. Alrighty, here we are, the real 5th duel versus my arch nemesis player. Let's try... Oh! Oh, that's what we get for not going on or paper strat. We abandon it for 1 second. For one split frickin'... Okay. That's fine by me. I mean, I'm fine. Let's go ahead and discard this because it is once per turn anyway. So we might as well. Effect Veiler. Alright. I don't really care. Balls. The fanciest balls around. Let's go ahead and use this. Hello? Yes, I would like to search my Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Unless you have a Ash Blossom for that. So that's why they didn't do anything. All hand traps, baby. Welcome to the All Hand Trap Show, the Hand Trap Variety Hour. Let's try Galaxy Expedition. Do you have the Ash Blossom for this one? They do. They do have the Ash Blossom. Hot diggity daffodil. Okay. Let's... Yep, I guess we just have to discard this then. Can't search because the search is a hard once per turn. But, you know, we played through 3 hand traps. Don't hit me with Nibiru. Okay. I don't think I had enough anyway. Okay, and because they negated this, normally this can't attack the turn it's summoned. But because they hit it with Effect Veiler, it can. And so that's the thing about hand traps. You could potentially stop me, but unless those 3 cards contain 2 starters, and you could play through an Omni-Negate, you're gonna be in for a bad time. I could make Zeus. I don't think I want to. I think I'd prefer to keep this. This is just better in most cases, you know what I'm saying? It should let me... I think if I went first, I wouldn't have been able to play through all that. Banish a virtual world from your graveyard and then target a monster. You don't have a virtual world in your graveyard, though. Also, why are you on the casual server with fucking virtual world? Yeah, I mean, they might have 2 starters, but we've got to hope they don't. What's that last card in your hand? Is it the Searcher? Ha ha! We beat Virtual World! Who says this isn't meta? Bricks, who needs them? Speaking of bricks, welcome to the halfway point. This is where I normally like to tell people to join the Patreon, and while I'd certainly appreciate if you did, this time I wanted to show off another way you could support the channel, and that's by buying some Hardleg branded sleeves. We got these brand new brick sleeves design. Like something to just show off the Hardleg logo if you want to show your support, and also just be a little funny too. It's like, well, my whole deck is bricks, nothing but bricks, baby. I thought it was funny. Most of the people on my Discord found it was funny. Let me know if you'd want a more generic Hardleg sleeve. We were getting ones that were based off the mat. I have a play mat as well. Both the sleeves and the mat were from a company called Your Playmat that I've partnered with. There should be a link down in the description. You can buy both of those if you want. They also make custom sleeves. So if you like, say, these Galaxy Eyes sleeves and you want to have them printed in real life, you can do that through them. And I have a promo code at the Hardleg Gaming 10YP. Wyncrer put the code on the screen. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, if you use that, you'll get 10% off any order. And whether you do that or you buy my product, I get 10% of whatever you buy. So it just helps support the channel while getting you some stuff. And you know, even if you don't like custom sleeves, even if you don't I did have one more thing they sent me I wanted to show off. Because they have their own designs for sleeves. And they asked her, they're like, pick one that you think is cool. And so I picked these, which from afar it's like, oh, what is that? Just some kind of like waifu sleeves. It's a hot girl and something. But then you look closer and it's like, is that a fucking gorilla back there? Is this Gorilla Army? Is this some Planet of the Apes samurai waifu shit? You know, I'm not really into the whole waifu thing, but if you throw in some samurai apes, now I'm getting a little curious. You know, I might want to check that out. So all of that down in the description. Thanks for paying attention to this little advertisement. Anyway, let's get back into the duels. Alright, here we are, duel number 6 versus Nihoi? Perhaps? I have no idea. Do we get to go first? No, we're going second. We don't have any of our good go second cards or any hand traps because I took out the hand traps for extenders because I wanted to go first. I wanted to aim to go first. A lot of the other builds that I saw were kind of like, I think I mentioned, I'm not sure if I'll mention that in the deck profile, because fun fact, I make the profiles after I'm done recording the episodes. But I watched a bunch of other profiles when making mine, and a lot of people were like setting up, not to do like an optimal board break or board build, but like to do a little bit of both, so their decks were just full of a bunch of 2-ofs and 1-ofs, just all these very situational cards. Like, no, I don't think I'm gonna go that way. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, so I think we're going to start strong. We're going to Galaxy Eyes, Photon, Sanctuary. There's no Galaxy Eyes, it's just Photon, Sanctuary. Let's go ahead and make a Soul Flare... Oh, wait, damn it. I got ahead of myself. I should have waited, because then I could have potentially gotten something else. Okay. Special summon that. Get a thing. The thing I'm worried about is that back row. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and use our normal summon on this. We're going to increase the level by 4. A lot of people sleeping on this. You barely use your normal summon in this deck. I don't know, Galaxy Wizard is like probably the best one. It can also tribute itself to search any Galaxy card, so I could have gotten Galaxy Soldier with this. If and I wanted to. I just didn't want to. Get that out of the deck. And they just surrendered. But yeah, I could have... Basically what I was hoping to do was use these, make the thing that pops a face down card, Pot of Desires, hopefully get into Galaxy Wizard. I had 2 cards left to do the Galaxy Wizard. And that would have given me... gotten rid of one of those with a pop, and the other one I would have had a negate for. That was my tactic. I'm not sure if it would have worked. Probably because they surrendered, but we take those. We take those surrenders. Let's go ahead into the 7th duel. The Fightin' 7th, as I call it. Alrighty, here we are against Paulo 326, going first as always. Paper Strat never loses, except when it does. Let's go ahead and use our Photon tokens. We're going to make a couple Photon tokens. I'm going to let our opponent know what those are for yet. Let's go ahead. Let's roll the bones with Desires. We play everything at 3 except for Afterglow Dragon, and you don't necessarily need that to OTK. Alright. That is unfortunate. Did I banish my 1 Afterglow Dragon? I did not. We're pretty good. And I only banished 1 Galaxy Soldier. If you banish 2... you might be in for a spot of bother, and then you basically lose the ability to make infinity. But as it stands, we're pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to Soul Flare. We're going to normal summon this, because we can. It can't summon anything out of the graveyard. Oh, the Gamma! Ow! Ooh! Eef! Brutal. Double hand traps. On the casual server, even. Weird flex, because I wasn't going to get anything, but I guess they didn't... They assumed I had the Galaxy Expedition. Yeah, go ahead and banish your shit. So it's one of those things where it's like, yes, we only have 1 disruption, and no follow-up. They only have 4 cards. Fucking Brave Token again. And then equip it. The first time it would be destroyed by battle each turn. It is not. Yeah, I'm just going to destroy that, because I know how much you rely on the token. Go away. Called by the grave. Okay. I mean, that's unfortunate, but Oh, I thought this was an equip spell. Control Brave token, you could special summon this from your hand. Banish this card from your hand to graveyard, okay. Add one right of our Aramiza. Special summon. You can only activate one per turn. Well, that's somewhat unfortunate, but it still allows us to do things. We could keep them off the token. The problem with having an entire archetype based off one fucking monster is that I know to get rid of that monster as soon as I see it. Token's not so brave now, is it? Sorry, that was annoying. I shouldn't be annoying like that. Okay. So you summon your token, and then I'm going to hope you don't have another hand trap, because I'm going to tribute this off to make you tribute your token. And then I'm going to summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from the deck. Howdy. Be a shame if your token... Get another one! We'll try again next turn, baby! Sorry to say, Paulo, but I don't think there's going to be a next turn. And get another one. Oh. Oh, it's, add one monster and then send one. Lost connection. We did it! We may not have had many negates, but we use them optimally. We keep them off of the token. That's where you go. And yeah, this is another card that a lot of people aren't playing. I find it's good for disruption. I also find it's really good going second. It's tribute a monster with 2,000 attack, target a monster your opponent controls with 2,000. They have to tribute it, and then you special summon a Photon Dragon from anywhere. Hands, deck, or graveyard. Very, very powerful when it works. The problem is, like, it still targets. They have to control 2,000 or more, which means it's not very good for, like, stopping the... Remember before, I was like, some decks you have to stop before they get to their boss monster? This one really can't, because most of the stuff you're using to build doesn't have 2,000 or more. Fortunately, Brave Token has exactly 2,000, so it worked out. Definitely at least side this card. It could be very good against certain decks and archetypes. Anyway, let's go ahead into the 8th duel and see what we come up with. Alright, here we are, duel number 8 versus Kenway, and Paper Strat has finally failed us. Which is unfortunate, because being able to, this would have been, this, with these two, that's like 2 Omni Negates, baby, on a counter trap. You can't respond to those. Not unless you got a counter trap of your own. Plus this would actually be useful. It'd be very useful, actually. This, if you don't know, it's just a level 8 light warrior, and if you control 2 light monsters, you could special summon this from your hand. So, like, I could activate the tokens, special summon this, because I control 2 light monsters, normal summon this, make it 8, and then I have my Photon Dragon, I have the rank 8 that can negate stuff, and then 2 Omni Negates. And instead, I'm going up against Qliphorts, which can play Skill Drain if they want. If they Skill Drain me, I think I'm just dead. I think there's nothing I can do against Skill Drain. Or something equally cheesy, like lose 1 turn? That would be brutal. Let's try it though. Photon Sanctuary. Not in the Imperm column. We're going to special summon this. Got something? Anything? No. Normal summon. Let's increase the level by 4. Ah, very witty there. Okay, so its effect is negated. Negate its effects until the end of the turn. Alright. So I think what I can do now is special summon this. This gets me Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon when summoned, unless they have another negate. Do you have another negate for me? They do. They have another negate. But at least both the negates are played. They're both gone now, which means it's OTK time. I can only make this. What, am I locked into something? Not special summon except for light monsters. Yeah, I know that, but I should be able to make Starliege Lord Galaxion, who can... Oh, it takes Photon specifically. What can do? I mean, this is still not great, but it's not bad either. It is, yeah. We'll go ahead and just make this, because it's something. This says all monsters cannot be destroyed or targeted if they have 2,000 or more attack. And do I really... Oh, wait. This needs a Galaxy Eyes, and that is not a Galaxy Eyes. So I need this to make the counter traps live. So let's just go ahead. We'll attack over that. Bada bingo. And we'll attack over this. Bada boongo. Not a whole lot. Unfortunately, this can't negate summons. But it does do something very interesting. Oh, if I had attacked with this, I could have made whatchamacallit. I didn't even think about that. I should have put this in attack mode. I just didn't want it to be destroyed. Banishes any monster destroyed by battle. Yeah, so this thing does a neat thing. It's not just a counter trap. It's activate Chain Link 2 or higher. Negate the activation of all spell trap and monster effects that activated before this on a chain. So if they pendulum summon this and then tribute summon it for stuff, these get effects for being tributed, and these ones get effects when they're tributed. So I should be able to negate all of them because the simultaneous effects will go on a chain. Except they didn't search a monster, they searched sacrifice. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Qli from deck to hand. Yeah, I'll shuffle it back into the deck and then you won't get anything. Adios. Get out of here. Should have searched a monster instead of assuming you would get to search a monster. Pretty sure they're locked into... Oh, no? Oh, yeah, these say you cannot special summon monsters except for Qli, so they can't make any Links or Ixies or anything. Yeah, you're just dead. Surprisingly, even if they stop you on all fronts from getting your things out, you still got a 2,500 beater. That ain't half bad. Let's go into the 9th duel, see if we can keep this late episode win streak rolling. Train kept a-rolling all night long. Train kept a-rolling all night long. Alright, 9th duel versus Ho Hyatt. And man, this paper, it's paper and then scissors. You abandon paper as soon as it doesn't work. That's what I've learned. And that's what we're going to do in the last duel. If the paper doesn't work, we're just going straight to scissors. Rude. Neither player can activate monster effects except for... It's so weird because this card in particular never screwed me over in testing. I've been screwed over by this, I've been screwed over by Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, I've been screwed over by a lot of things, but this, not so much. And unfortunately they're just playing like Lockdown. Can't activate monster effects unless you control an extra deck monster. This can negate a special summon, probably of an extra deck monster. I know how to play against this if I can get a normal summon. That counts. Give me some tokens. You can't negate that because it's an effect that summons. Unless you got something else here. Solemn Judgment. I have to control 2 or more light monsters. Yep, the Solemn Judgment, and I'm dead, I'm pretty sure. They can get any other monster or boost the attack, I'm just dead. Good old stalled, or stunned, or not stun decks. Lockdown deck? Yeah, just no playing allowed. Why not just play Mystic Mine while you're at it? Moon Mirror Shield? Alright. That doesn't help you win. I don't know why you set whatever this is, unless it's got... If it's got any attack, you could have been good. Yep, and we got the Brick Eyes White Dragon, a sad state of affairs. Fun and interactive! Alright, 10th duel, final duel versus Virus. Oh fuck, I went back to paper strat. Ah, back to scissors strat. Ah, back to scissors strat. Fuck! He outplayed me. I should have just kept going back and forth. Now we got a 60 card deck full of who knows. Oh wait, I get to go first. Neat. That's a neat thing. Let's use this. I'm pretty sure there's no hand trap that negates this, so we do that. And then we special summon Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare. Hey, how's it going? And then we normal summon this. And then we make it level 8. I like to be level 8. And then because we control a Galaxy Eyes, we could special summon this. There we go! There we go! Photon Lord. There's 2 disruptions. I'm not sure how often I've made 3, but I could make 3. Draw phase, yes, before you can do anything. If they're playing Gamma, this is where you get punished for that, because then they can just immediately use the thing. Galaxy Soldier. Add to hand. Why not? Why wouldn't I? If I had the option to be a Galaxy Soldier, I would do that thing. Okay, some kind of Dragon Link Lightsworn, perhaps? Twilight Zorn! Oh boy. Banish 1 Lightsworn from your hand to graveyard, and then target, okay, and then banishing Pot of Desires. Gotcha. Sephiroth, okay, Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Perform Age Damage Juggler, okay. You're gonna make Baguska? It doesn't affect this guy. He's just like, what's up, buddy? Let me read this again. You can detach, draw cards equal to the number of Light Sworns. If it's destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, then you can send 3 cards and destroy cards. Okay, so if I destroy it, potentially bad stuff happens. I gotta let him draw. I think this is one of the ones where we just want to wait to see what they can get. Yeah, they didn't mill any Light Sworns. They don't seem to be playing a whole lot of Light Sworns. End of main phase. Do I really want this in the graveyard? No, I don't think I do. I think if you want to crash, go ahead. I'll just keep control of the monster, and that'll make a Galaxy Soldier live no matter what I draw. And if you happen to get a monster off of that, then I can negate that effect with Photon Lord, I'm pretty sure. Pop, how many Light Swords? I cannot activate that. But you didn't get any, so it's fine. You're not playing like any Light Swords whatsoever. Let's see. You can banish this, add a Perform Age from your deck to your hand. Alright. Yeah, which you need to have 3 monsters on board for that to work. Or 2 at least. Not sure if they've normal summoned yet. I don't remember. Gone through half their deck. Banish 2 for the creator. Special summon one of them, but place 1 on the bottom of the deck. Banish this, target one of your banished. Light or dark, what did they pick? Oh, okay. Okay, there's Hat Tricker. Card of Destruction. Yeah, and that just lets them mill 1, I believe. That is unfortunate. I would have really liked to keep that stuff in my hand. Filling up, malicious, brutal. What are you trying to get to? Do I stop the malicious to keep them from... No, go ahead. That's why I never liked these decks. They're not fun to play, I don't feel like, and they're not fun to play against. The Luck Sworn is what I used to call them back when Light Sworns were popular, because they're... A lot of it's just like, just keep milling things, just keep activating things, and hope that you can stop it. Yeah, go ahead. Only use one effect per turn, and only once that turn. Got 4 monsters. Send to the grave? I mean, I'm gonna negate that. Balls. They can detach to stop, but that still negates it. I'm gonna get a monster. Oh, I almost clicked the wrong one. That would have been bad. This is one of the few instances where, like, I have most stuff that destroys, but Hyper Galaxy can tribute this off. The thing is, I need to tribute a monster for it, so I need something else. I don't really want to get rid of this. Just about any monster will do. Now I've got 2 things, or I could just attack this and then banish it and it loses all material. But that's kind of a waste. You had an Ixie that attacked... Did they? Well, that's unfortunate. A lot of trouble to go through just to make Zeus. And then just play out of the graveyard another creator. Why not? Just the graveyard is just a second hand. Yeah, maybe I should have stopped them from ever milling in the first place. Okay, what are you going to be able to do? We'll be back when they're done doing stuff. Alright, so they ended on Appaloosa and Nightmare Griffin. Interesting. The original attack... Okay, what does this do again? If this card is co-linked... Oh, wait, no. If this card is link summoned... No, it's, Where's the effect that's important? Special summoned monsters cannot activate their effects unless they're linked, but fortunately you have an upwards arrow. And fortunately I top decked like the one best card in my deck that lets you like summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and then another monster from the deck. So I can just get like Galaxy Knight and this one and then just like immediately make a rank 8. Just go into dang old, Yeah, unfortunately I can't do this because I can't activate the effect. Or I can, they'll negate it, but I mean, it'll lower their attack anyway. I think it's better to just go for the 4,000. Yeah, we'll just get this. We'll go into... what is this effect again? You can detach, target one monster your opponent controls. They can't attack directly for the rest of the turn, except this card. Take control of the monster until the end phase, but its attack becomes 3,000 and its name becomes Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Yeah, let's try that. I'm not going to attack directly anyway. This negates, but it doesn't destroy. So let's try to steal... this. Go for it. Have fun. Be a negate. Lower your attack, please. Well, what a surprise! They lost connection, but I'm going to claim that as a win. I think they kind of knew that they were in a bad position. I could have stolen their monster, and yes, they could have negated it, but then I could just stack another monster on top, try to destroy this. If they negate it, stack another one on top, and then end up with, like, they have nothing, I have 3,000, and then I can attack into this, destroy it. I'm going to have the Tachyon Transmigration, because I'm pretty sure it'd be a Galaxy Eyes. I'd still have this. I'd be able to do all sorts of stuff. It would be nice. So you can see there, I mean, that was super lucky on our part that we happened to top deck the one-of card. Normally we'd have to search that, but it worked out. Let's go ahead into the end screen. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Galaxy Eyes Stun. We went 7-3, which is about on par where I think this deck could do. Maybe a little better than it deserves. The Galaxy Eyes have a lot of potential. They're kind of underrated in the current format. They can make a whole lot of negates. They have access to the whole rank 8 pool, plus some of their own stuff. And then going second, they can make a monster that just has like 15,000 attack. Just for free, just for fun, you know, having a good time. I think we only summoned it once, but I think a better build might be able to make that more consistently. This really is one of those ones where I think if you could take this list or a similar list and try to work it down to make it so that it pumps out negates consistently, you could have a very strong deck. I mean, they have their own counter trap that negates everything in a chain. They have non-destruction removal. They have so much potential. It's just a matter of reaching it. So see if you can do that. Maybe I'll try these again in the future. In the immediate future, though, coming up in the next episode, I've got 2 Patreon requests. One is for Sulfa Cord, or if that doesn't work, Sky Strikers. Not sure if I'll be playing either of those. We'll have to see. And then the other one is for Eldritch Mayakashi. And basically I'm going to try to build all 3. Whichever one works out is the one I'll be playing next. So look forward to that. Until then, thanks for watching, good luck, and have fun. Hey there, hip cats. Welcome to the credits at the end of the universe. This is where I take a moment to thank all the patrons who made this show possible, but especially the $25 or higher patrons who were just really stellar, man. Like, wow. Their names are Davon Crushin, Tiberius Kane Moriarty, Yellow, Yami, Austin Glover, Chris W., Death's Dancer, Munchry, RPK96 Joestar, CD Games, Chris Kessler, Dancing Joker, Diotic, Matt, Muffin Fiend, Nathan, Nerozard22, Nightfang, Penumbra Eterna, Kirvin, Quintingent, Reaper X121 Death, Tayo no Kitsune, 329, and Trevor F. If you'd like to join the Cosmic Space Force and hear your name at the end of the video, the Patreon link is on the screen and down in the description. This episode's secret question of the day is, what is your favorite science fiction book / movie / show? Let me know down in the comments. Until next time, stay frosty, Legos.